Welcome, students, to the next Screencast. This one, the topic is floor and ceiling functions. I'm going to present to you a real-world problem, two of them, in fact. Real-world problems that can be solved using floor and ceiling functions, the first of which I will solve for you in its entirety, and the second one you will solve for me, ideally in its entirety as well. All right, so here we go. This one is about these prepaid calling cards right here that I'm sure you've seen, hanging in stores. They're typically right near the register with all the other gift cards and whatnot. Yeah, they sell gift cards everywhere now, don't they? Well, there's also these prepaid phone cards, and this one you get 100 minutes and it's $10 right there. Well, anyways, the problem is users of prepaid calling cards are billed in 1-minute increments. This means that customers are billed for a full minute when any part of a minute is used. What? So that means if I speak for 3 minutes and 1 second, I'm being billed for 4 minutes. That, ladies and gentlemen, is called extortion. Anyways, if the Call Me Often phone card company, seriously, call me often? If the Call Me Often phone card company charges 3 cents per minute with a 1-minute billing increment, what is the charge for a 5-minute, 40-second phone call? Now, I have no doubt in my mind that all of you are like, oh, I just do this and multiply them together and get about. Yes. Very, very good. You're absolutely right. However, I do want to see your work here. Okay? So, I'm going to explain it to you. Fortunately, with these types of problems, if you know what you're doing, you can get them really, really quickly. This could be one of the quickest screencasts we have to date. Anyways, so we know we're talking for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. All right, so let's see here. If I'm going to rewrite this as a fraction, and there's a mixed number, and I definitely do want to see your work and your screencast. I don't just want, just saying, oh, blah, 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 here, okay? Just please humor me and do show your work. We know this can be rewritten as, well, the 5 represents the whole part, the whole number in the 5-minute, 40-second conversation. And the 40-second is 40 over 60, of course, because there's 60 seconds in a minute. Well, you knew that already. And, of course, we're going to take this and we're going to multiply it because it's 3 cents a minute. So we're going to multiply it by 0.03 or, of course, just 0.03. But make sure it is 0.03, not 0.3. That is 3 cents versus 30 cents. This is 3 cents per minute. Now, do you notice something? I have not written in any grouping symbols around the part that needs it. So therefore, you're not seeing anything that's indicating that I need to multiply these if I were just reading this upon first glance. But let's think about what this is saying. We know we're going to use a floor or a ceiling function. You're not going to use both of them. That's just weird. You're going to use one or the other. Well, based on the context of the problem, this is the part that I got a little upset about just a moment ago because this actually happened. Believe me, I know. I had to buy tons of these things, these prepaid phone cards, when I was living abroad. And yeah, this is what actually happens. You're billed in 1-minute increments, but you're billed for a full minute when any part of a minute is used. All right, so have I used any part of a minute? Well, yeah. I've not only spoken for 5 minutes, I've also spoken for part of another minute past that, but only part. You would think they would just bill me for the 40 seconds, but no! This prepaid card robs me by saying you're billed for a full minute. So 5 minutes and 40 seconds is how long I talked. Yes. Am I going to be billed for 6 minutes? Or am I going to be billed for 5 minutes? Well, if I'm billed for 5 minutes, where went that 40 seconds that, yes, they have to charge me for? It went away. So, of course, we're going to go up. 5 minutes and 40 seconds, quote unquote, rounds, because remember, this isn't really rounding, to 6 minutes. So I'm being charged for 6 minutes. Now, if I was required to write this in mathematical symbols accurately, of course the 0.03 is there. What function will I use? What symbols will I use around the 5 minutes, 40 seconds? In other words, the 5 and 40 60ths, which, of course, you can reduce, but no, we don't have to in this situation. Well, we said we went up. So therefore, up is towards the ceiling. So yes, I need the ceiling function right there. There it is. So what I have to do is simplify and solve. So 0.03 is not within any sort of grouping symbols, so there's nothing I can do with it. But what is the ceiling of 5 and 40 60ths? Well, we just kind of said that. It is the number 6. So we're going to multiply 3 minutes 3 cents by 6 minutes, and of course, well, you can do the math right there. That is, of course, going to be not 18, but 0.18, 0.18. So what does that mean in the context of this problem? 18 cents. You are billed 18 cents. They should bill you for just the 5 minutes and 40 seconds that you spoke, but no, they're increasing it all the way back up to 6 minutes. And anyways, you get the idea. So we found our answer right there real quick. Nice job. 18 cents is how much we're being charged. Here's your problem. And again, please do write it out using some sort of floor or ceiling function. Which one it is? Well, let's find out with the problem. It says here, an errand running service charges $38 per hour, billing for a full hour when any part of an hour is used. Okay, so you probably understand if you're going to use the floor or the ceiling function once I have just said that. What is the charge for running errands for 2 hours and 45 minutes? Yes, I'm sure that before I'm even finishing the sentence I'm currently saying, you've probably already figured it out because you guys are awesome. You're all accelerated students. But please do, once again, humor Mr. Ripes and do write it out using floor or ceiling functions. All right? So we have this errand running service. Yeah, here's kind of an example of what we're talking about here. You're too busy? Great. Call the errand runners at this number right here. No, I don't know them, and no, that is not a legal endorsement. Anyways, this is your problem. Tell me how much you're going to be charged. Please do write it out using a floor or a ceiling function, and have a great day!